Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are one asset class that I believe is set to perform really well over the next few years and on into the future.
That's a great explanation of the wider context, but with specific regard to a practical application to Artisan, what does that look like?
Artisan is embracing crypto as both a method of payment and also the practical uses of the technology within endless business and financial applications. We are set up to accept payment for our services in Bitcoin and a number of other cryptocurrencies. And all you need is a crypto wallet and an exchange such as Binance or Coinbase, and you'll be able to invest in and make payments using cryptocurrencies easily, quickly and securely.
What about people that want to find out more, and in particular how to adopt this method as a way of accepting payment for their business?
I think it would certainly be worthwhile just to go through the process of setting up a wallet and learning how to purchase and transfer crypto between bank accounts, exchanges and different wallet addresses, just to really kind of test out the technology, and then you can go from there.
Okay, so looking in particular at other people's businesses, what trends do you foresee when it comes to other businesses, and particularly when they want to use cryptocurrency moving forward?
So the word cryptocurrency is associated with the element of the technology that is used as a medium of exchange within the blockchain and the wider economic ecosystem. The actual currency that is changed hands or that changes hands is the actual token that is produced by each company. Some of the biggest being Ethereum, Binance, Cardano, XRP, and of course Bitcoin. And all of these cryptocurrencies have a company and specific use case behind them, except for Bitcoin, which is the only truly decentralized cryptocurrency with no company or element of control behind it. There are already tons of real-world examples where big, well-known businesses are utilizing blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, both for their business operations and for financial applications. So, for example, there's a crypto company and token that you can invest in called VeChain, which is currently being used by BMW, by Walmart, and around 100 other organizations to power the infrastructure of their supply chains and endless other business use cases like for these companies. And there are many others. For example, Salesforce are currently trialing VeChain and other crypto platforms and tokens, which is huge for the industry and the technology. And if you'd be interested to learn more about VeChain, then their website is well worth a look at, and have a read through their white paper that they've got on there. And the website is vechain.org. Many of Artisan's clients and colleagues will have an interest in the property sector. And there's a real estate crypto company and platform called Labs Group, which I have only recently come across. Labs is an innovative platform utilizing blockchain technology to allow peer-to-peer real estate investment fractionally and globally. You'll be able to invest, for example, £100 into a development project or asset purchase in Dubai, the US, or literally anywhere in the world, securely with thorough due diligence, traceability, and secure contract transactions. The platform would also support crowdfunding and lending. They've only just launched their crypto coin on the exchanges within the last few weeks, and as a property lover myself, I couldn't resist investing in some. So if you'd like to take a look at their site and find out more, their web address is labsgroup.io. Finance and investment will of course be one of the key uses for crypto, and as an asset class and a store of value, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are seeing huge institutional investment at the moment from the likes of Morgan Stanley, Fidelity, JP Morgan, BlackRock, Tesla, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal. The list is endless, and you'll see many more investing into crypto and blockchain over the coming weeks, months and years. Personally, I think every individual and business will stand to benefit massively from researching how you can invest into a crypto and develop ways that utilize blockchain tech. And as a company, you can open a corporate crypto wallet. I recommend Binance and Swissborg for a number of reasons, and feel free to contact me if you'd like more info on these. I'll be more than happy to help. Once you have these wallets, you'll then be able to purchase crypto assets such as Bitcoin and the coins I've mentioned, like VeChain and Labs, to invest in and support these projects. And if you are looking at a longer term investment strategy, then I believe that many of these companies and crypto assets are set to make really, really significant gains, certainly performing way better than the losses you'll sustain holding funds in fiat or even in stocks and shares, which are looking pretty dicey at the moment. So ignore crypto at your peril.
Is there a particular demand right now for using this payment method?
So as a direct method for goods and services, payment using Bitcoin and other currencies is pretty low. While as a company we offer payment in Bitcoin, I'm going to contradict myself and shoot us in the foot a little by saying that it doesn't really make much sense to pay with Bitcoin, at least not right now. As Bitcoin is currently an appreciating asset class, you may not want to pay us in Bitcoin. But there could be situations where you might, such as for people or companies who invested earlier and have built some significant holdings and are looking to reduce their exposure, both by sort of selling some of the crypto or by purchasing goods and services with it. Having said this, there's a whole financial market and system in the blockchain and crypto world known as DeFi, or decentralized finance. And this has some really exciting advantages and opportunities which are being developed and can also be utilized right now. The traditional system of centralized finance is governed by central governments and banks to control transactions and all of the fees, checks, delays, and general friction that goes with it. And DeFi is an ecosystem of secure peer-to-peer financial services that allow instant, frictionless, borderless payments of and between both fiat and cryptocurrencies, and usually at very low cost. So there's a platform called Lightning Network, which is an example of a company working to develop and improve this technology. DeFi has massive implications as a method of payment, and I think this is why the likes of PayPal, Visa, MasterCard are paying so much attention to crypto this year. Otherwise, they run the risk of becoming the Blockbuster versus Netflix of the financial world. I think from what I can see, the most likely scenario that is evolving is that Bitcoin itself is going to be a store of wealth, like a digital gold, and the rest of the currencies and companies that are working around that will be the functional and financial ecosystem around it.
Okay, so what would you say are the pros and cons of businesses accepting Bitcoin cryptocurrency at the moment?
By far the biggest pro would be investing time and resources now to learn about the technology and ideally make at least sort of some speculative investments into crypto assets to diversify and spread risk. This will allow you and your company to get ahead of the game and not find yourself playing catch up when blockchain and crypto really goes mainstream, which it already has to some extent, and it certainly doesn't look like it will be long before the whole world is using it in day-to-day applications and transactions. I guess an argument against Bitcoin has been crypto's history of volatility and price. But having said that, there are two factors to consider here. Firstly, the recent current massive institutional investment, which has been seen in previous years and markets, or has not been seen in previous years and market cycles. And secondly, if you Google the Bitcoin stock to flow model and then click on images and take a look at the chart, you'll see that it is set on a logarithmic scale, charted like back from 2010 to the current time and forecast forwards for the next few years. And while Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies do fluctuate quite dramatically in the short term, over the longer term, the trend has consistently been significantly upwards. So if all those investors who bought back at the peak of the 2017 bull market had held on to their investments rather than panic selling at a big loss a few months later, they would now be sitting on over 300% profit. I think there are certainly more positives compared to negatives, and it would be time well spent on doing some research into crypto.